There we go. Test, test, test. There we go. Hey, Stefan and Island Time. Hope you guys are both having a good day. Loki wants to say hello as well. Hope you guys are all having a very good week. This weekend I went over to Ethereum Seattle. I had streamed while I was at it for a little bit of time here. So for those of you guys that watched and just chilled with me while I was doing that, I appreciate it a lot. It was definitely not what I was expecting. I normally don't go to some of these conferences for like specific coins like Ethereum or Bitcoin and things of that nature. I'm trying to do more of it, and since there was one right up in Seattle, I was like, hey, why not? Why not get some footage of it? So I do want to talk to you guys about a few things that I've noted from there that I think are very, very important for you guys to understand, because this is going to be impacting the crypto market, I would say, in the next 5 to 6 months, and there's probably some ways you can make some money off of it. But in my opinion, even more important than making money off of it is just being aware of the next level of scams that are most likely going to be headed your way, okay? So I learned a lot while I was at this conference. I didn't really listen too much to the people on the stage and stuff like that. I was normally talking to people that I know, contacts. This could be venture capitalist people that have been starting up their own companies and things of that nature. But basically, we wouldn't be talking about a lot of that for the next few I don't know, days or so. But here, as far as what's going on today, I think we just need to zoom out a little bit here on a monthly chart for Bitcoin, just so I can break it down for you, because there is a lot of fun stuff about to happen here. We do know that CPI data is coming out, I believe, this Wednesday, I would say. And with that comes an opportunity to have a massive breakout. The reason we're having so much trouble, though, is because we are at a pretty hefty level of resistance, and I'm going to show you guys a few of those levels right now. We're not going to go to GAN fans and GAN boxes and stuff like that. Those usually are pretty tedious, and you guys have seen me do them before, but let's not go down that road because it will take a little bit of time here. But there are a few simple things I think you guys need to know. The easiest one that I've seen on a majority of YouTube channels, and I've done it as well, as we go over here, we add the box, and we're basically going from the low over here in 2021 to right here, the high of this big, massive monthly red candle. This was when the Celsius debacle happened, where Celsius went down. We always seem to think of FTX as the big one, but really Celsius was, in Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, it really was a chaotic time for the markets. Let me push that right there. I think there it is. There we go. Now, if I were to extend this out to the right a little bit, this is pretty much that level of resistance that we've all been talking about. It's not good. If we go over here to the weekly chart, you guys can see we broke into it, got rejected, got back into it off a huge surge, off a breakout, and now we're consolidating, waiting for another big surge to take us above that and really take us just above that $32,000 mark. Hoping for it, hoping for it, hoping for it, because I would love to see altcoins specifically have a really good time. Altcoins have been doing okay, but you guys know this Bitcoin dominance thing has been taking a lot of juice out of these these altcoins here. Okay, now that's the first part of it. I'm going to get rid of it for now, just show you guys some other stuff here. I'm going to go over to the Bitcoin USD chart. So this is not the Bitcoin Tether chart, Bitcoin USD. One of the things that we've always done here is use the basics just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you should be looking at. Right now, that basic that we're going to be using is the Fibonacci extension tool. A lot of you guys have been asking about this the last few times on member stream, so I figured members video, so I'm like, well, why not answer this now? So low, high, low, you guys know the drill. There's a few that you could choose. Everybody has their own different types. For me, really, I was looking at this one for a while. This one didn't pan out just because of what we saw with FTX. It was holding until FTX crashed, and then we had some issues here. But the most important one now, since we do have some more context here, all we want to do is go from this low or this low up to this high, back down to hit this low, because as of now, this is a good low to actually put any of your Fibonacci levels on top of. So go up here to the all-time highs, then go back down to low. We're right there. This is another level of resistance that we're having some issues with. And at this point, that level of resistance, according to this specific chart, is 32,121. I was going over here, I think it was earlier today, and I was turning off the fib levels to see if there was any big change, and there is a slight change where you see it come down from 32,000, excuse me, is that what it was? Yeah, 32,000 basically, to 31,000-ish levels. And if we go over here to the daily chart, you can see we've only been able to break above this once so far, but that's been a pretty good level of resistance too. So I would say if you guys want to get more excited about what's going on, you really want to wait for us to break above 32,000, 32,100. That's when I might get a little bit more bullish. I did have a long in place, I believe it was yesterday, but I wasn't able to trade so much this weekend because I was going up to Seattle left and right. Even last night, I went over to the waterfront in Tacoma, and I had some I went to an Italian restaurant. I think I got some like veal shank or something. It was my first time ever having veal shank with the little what do you call that fancy stuff? Bone marrow. Yeah, it was good. Wasn't used to that type of stuff. But yeah, so that's another thing right here I want you guys to be aware of. The only other thing I think you guys may have some fun with this is if you guys want to test some stuff out with. Don't get too crazy with what I'm about to show you though. Just don't, because it's not going to do you much good here. A lot of times what we like to do here is just open up a trend angle, especially at the lows. Take the magnet off because that's not going to do us any good. There we go. And I just want to add a few things on here very fast. We can do a Gantt fan since that's actually pretty fast. If I can put that in there. Should be okay. We don't really have much resistance if you guys go through a few of these Gantt fans here. I'm probably not going to be doing this the right way here, though. Let me see if I can actually adjust some of this stuff. Move it over. Magnet, can I keep that 45 degrees? Let's go over here. Is that 45 degrees better? Let's pull this up, the 1-to-1. Yeah, there's really not that much resistance here, which I kind of like. It's not something big. Don't worry about it too much. The last time I think we did something of importance was probably looking at the weekly chart for this. But this one's a little bit more tricky here because we got that low. Take the magnet off just for a second. Oh, there we go, 45. Again. If it'll let... It's trying to hook onto something. I don't know what it is, but it's annoying the crap out of me. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's a time interval jump. But there we go. We're not really running into much right now. We ran into a little bit right here, but you could kind of match that up with some of the support levels we had been talking about before. So keep your eye out for a little bit of resistance, but all in all, guys, we're still in a good place. I know we've been having these moments where people freak out, even before we're at right now. But Bitcoin is still in very good shape right now. We might end up having a pretty good Q2. And I think historically, Julys are pretty solid months for Bitcoin. I think as we get into the fall, they kind of get a little bit more choppy. Not necessarily bad, just choppy. But I think that's going to be fine for us as well here, as long as the economy likes to stay good. The one thing before I start going into questions and talking about what I learned at Ethereum Seattle and all that types of stuff from this weekend, a few things here, guys. We're at a pivotal point for every asset class, really, as far as like the big ones, like the SPY, the NASDAQ, the S&P, Bitcoin. They're all kind of at a level of resistance. So before we go into some of the other ones, you can see Ethereum. Ethereum is one of those other things, and maybe because Ethereum is just an altcoin, Ethereum really isn't at that level of resistance right now, which is kind of interesting to see. Ethereum is not. We can go through a bunch of altcoins, of course, right now, but they're not as close to the yearly highs, let's just say that yearly highs as Bitcoin is. So we go over here to Ethereum, right? ADA, nowhere close to the yearly highs. Dogecoin, nowhere close to the yearly highs. Ape, really no way. This thing just broke down. But you guys see nothing is really close. Bitcoin Cash is that big weird thing going on right now, the X factor. Matic coming back up, but really not close to the all-time highs. I think that's more of a court case thing, though, with a Matic. Chili's, a lot of stuff is not at the yearly highs, okay? Doesn't mean it's terrible, but it just means, people are probably a little more bearish on it. Usually the time when you want to be buying is times right now everything looks like shit, but honestly, I'm more of a nibbler instead of like let's buy everything now. Now, to kind of go into the meat of this, NASDAQ, let's go to the monthly charts just so you guys can see what's going on. I think this makes it a little bit nicer. This is what we have going on. Resistance. At this moment in time, guys, we are getting rejected. Okay, we are getting rejected. Nothing crazy. This is a monthly chart. We got 20 days and 20 hours until this candle closes. We're fine. Go over here to the weekly charts. It's a little bit different, right? Resistance. Testing. But what do we have here? It's interesting. We kind of have some semblance of higher lows going on here where you can see this little bit of a trend line. Something kind of like that. Now, this isn't really the best one to be looking at because it seems like this is like the last week. Because if something really good doesn't happen this week, we may have not a horrible time, but at least a pullback for people that want to buy in, maybe some sell-offs to come in so people can exchange and get their profits and so forth. But if I zoom back out again here, the big thing I want you guys to understand is NASDAQ is at a big level of resistance. We've had a really good run. The Dow Jones at a big level of resistance right now. SPY, not at the big level of resistance, but getting very, very close. Yeah. So whenever you guys are doing what you guys are doing, just keep that in context. Of course, when we talk about these trends and which way the market's going, a lot of times when we were talking about this, it's because usually we add this trend line onto the chart and we can see, okay, as long as Bitcoin keeps on going up, this trend is going to continue. If we go sideways for a few months, that's where the trend really goes down. Historically, though, we kind of have these big pop and drop moments where everybody is freaking out. We normally don't have gradual moves down. I don't know why that is nowadays, but maybe it's all the computers and algorithms kind of hopping on them. Just wait till AI hits the market, right? But guys, overall, we're still doing pretty good. Now going on to what I learned at this Ethereum conference here. I'm seeing a lot of, so you guys know, let me just back up a little bit. You guys know that I have looked at NFTs in the past. I don't really know too much about them. I've been trying to learn, and I've been learning enough from a corporate standpoint, but not your day-to-day, why should I buy an ape token? Why should I buy this token? Why should I, NFT, why should I buy that NFT? And what I've looked at here is, and what I've noticed is, there are a lot of NFT companies right now in the space moving straight over to AI. So they're actually not even calling themselves NFT companies. They're calling themselves AI companies. And you know why? I was talking to a friend of mine who works for a venture capital firm, a pretty sizable one. And he was basically telling me that right now, and I think you guys would probably agree with this, or just the idea behind it is, a lot of the venture capital money in this space, right, is all going towards AI and not towards NFTs. A lot of it was going towards NFTs for a while because people are trying to learn how to build a community, get the these special keys unlock doors, which I kind of like that premise. But we're kind of at this weird point where you're going to see a lot of crypto businesses, if you guys follow any of them, you're going to start to see them use the word AI as much as possible to try to get some of these big venture capital firms to do a seed round for them, like Series A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever. So get ready for that to happen. And the other thing I've been noticing here is I've been seeing, this is more on Twitter, I have been seeing a lot more scams being reported on Twitter. Remember, guys, if anybody ever impersonates me on Discord or Twitter or anywhere, if I message you guys, I just will never message you guys. I will never message you guys, okay? So just don't fall for any scams. I don't think any of you guys have been hit by scams, anybody impersonating me, but I have been noticing, and I've been trying to delete them as fast as possible. There's a new scam thing going on my channel where there's somebody that stole my face picture, and they've been saying, hey, text me at this number or something like that. Don't fall for it. Be smart. You guys are smart. I trust you. But got to give you that warning just in case, because I don't want anybody to fall for it if you guys don't have to. And maybe me just saying, hey, I'm never going to message you will, if you were about to get scammed, you'd be like, oh yeah, Michael said he was never going to message me, and maybe I should just ask him while he's on stream if he really messaged me, and if I did, then you would know, then you could do whatever I was talking about. But I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to be just messaging you out of the blue or something like that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Will XLM and Dogecoin recuperate 100% comeback? If you mean will they reach their previous all-time highs? There's a good chance yes of that. The question is usually on the time frame of when you're expecting such things to happen. Usually I'm expecting it to happen sometime next year. I'm not expecting it to come this year. Dogecoin's a little bit different because it kind of goes in this really weird parabolic sense. But yeah, I would still say there's a good chance they both go and back to their all-time highs. Now, and hey Larry, happy to see you back. UCO 3x crude oil ETF has been wild. Oil has been very, very weird, Larry. Like if we zoom out here, let's just go over to the daily chart because we don't need to look at the weekly chart here for oil. If we go over here, watch list. We got crushed down a while ago back in March off of some bad Chinese data. We ended up spiking back again off of the OPEC news that they were going to be cutting production. Then we came back down here. Then OPEC said they were cutting again, and I don't have moving averages on my chart for some reason. There we go. Oh, I was going to do a tutorial video later on. But yeah, it has been very weird. So you're starting to see oil not skyrocket or anything, guys, but you are starting to see it find another low. It's consolidating here, and we might see a breakout happen sometime towards the end of this month. You guys can almost imagine this 200 daily moving average coming closer and closer and closer. Now, usually the moving averages don't mean a lot because this is a whole bunch of geopolitical stuff, like what's happening with the war in Ukraine, what's happening with refineries out here, what's happening with production in the Middle East, all types of nonsense. But you have been seeing that oil is not crashing anymore. It's trying to find a bottom. Now, if we zoom out a little bit more here to the monthly charts, there you go. You can see currently this month we are breaking above that 200 monthly moving average. And guys, we're just coming to have a little bit of a comeback. I think if you really want to see oil get to a really crazy level again, we're going to have to break above $83.50. I don't think that's going to happen because I expect it to do something like this, you know. Coming along, 2024 hits and boom, recession. Oh no, we're coming down, and it'll kind of pick back up eventually. But yeah, I mean, you guys know I love my oil stocks. I was just talking with a friend a few days ago that loves trading oil like I do. Let me see if I can find that. YouTube breakouts, here we go. One of them was PXD though. So let me just get rid of a lot of this stuff. I don't want to actually draw right now. They got the pointer. There we go. This is a monthly chart, by the way. You're seeing a lot of oil stocks come down gradually, and they're almost waiting for a breakout to occur sometime towards the end of the year. I am hoping they have them. You can see Schlumberger's doing pretty well. Forget about some of these old ones. You can see the breakout happened there, and then it was moving up. ZOM over here, still doing okay. But there are some hidden gems here at this point in time. Because not all of your investments have to be in tech right now. Nvidia's doing crazy, Microsoft's doing well, Meta's doing well, Avgo's doing fine. But you also have stuff like Bank of America down here that looks like crap. Netflix over here doing good. ConocoPhillips doing fine. CVS doing crap. CVX doing fine. Devon Energy doing fine. So you got some hidden gems in here as well. I'm watching the Home Depot for next week. I'm hoping we really have a boom up towards 320, 330. But again, you can see the squeeze happening between the moving averages on the monthly chart. Go over here to the weekly chart, and you can see the little death cross here, but I'm hoping we can still have a little bit of a boom there. But you can see there's this little gap being filled up right now. I'm hoping we can actually go a little bit above it. So I'm watching Home Depot very closely this weekend, next week, both. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, and just one thing here. Guys, as far as Bitcoin for today or for this week, it's really just what are we doing with this, what are we doing in this range? There you go. I told you guys a few days ago, we're at the bottom of the range. I'm closing my shorts, and if you guys wanted to buy some up, you could. At this point in time, it looks like it actually worked out okay. I didn't do a long trade. I think I held for like a few days, and it took way too long for me to close that trade. And on top of that, I was up in Seattle for quite a bit of time. I was actually going to try to get a hotel room in Seattle so I could chill up there all weekend and kind of just have drinks and hang out with some friends. But because the All-Star Weekend is here in Seattle, the rooms in Seattle, I wanted to stay at just a hotel I normally stay at. They were like $500 a night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to say no. $500 for a hotel. I've done it before, but not when I'm like an hour away and I could just drive home if I needed to, or take an Uber for like $100 if so I didn't end up staying in Seattle, but it was very nice to go up there for a little bit of time, get some drinks, and I'm normally not a cocktail person, but I had a bunch of cocktails and I sung karaoke. Karaoke was fun. But yeah. Overall, pretty good weekend here, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the event or other events I may be going to. You guys know that Fairdesk sponsors this channel. LBEG sponsors this channel. From what I'm hearing, there's going to be more events happening throughout the United States as far as crypto events, because the market's kind of ginning people up. Like, oh, I want to go this. I want to go to see that. I want to go do that. So there may be more events happening in the United States, or in fact, I know there are. But I might try to go make some of them here pretty soon if I can. A lot of them seem to be in fall, not so much the summer here, which is fine. And then I might be going to Vegas a couple more times if they have any more crypto events down there, because I do love my Vegas trips. And I love my comp nights and all that good stuff here. Let's see. And hi, hey, Ivan. Happy to see you back. Let's see. Oh, UPS. Sorry, I was reading it as ups. I don't know why. UPS might strike on August 1st. New contract talks have stalled. Would it happen to $20 or more in stock be a possibility? August 1st, UPS. So I think you're asking if you could see a $20 move during a strike, right? It's not going to go down to $20. Let me see. Right now, it's having a pretty good few months. I'm looking at this right here. This is about 1 month. These 4 candles here, or a little bit in this one since we only have a few months. Never mind. Let's see. Bouncing off the 200. This is eventually going to crash. Wow, this is not looking good at all. Long term, short term, fine. Long term, icky. If you were to have increased volatility here pretty soon, I would say you're really looking at some of these really extended levels of support and resistance. That first one really is just a very simple one. The 165 up here, you get around 191 all the way up here to 198. Personally, for me, if you do get a big move, I'd rather sell towards the beginning of the box that you're kind of seeing here, not towards the end. But that's me. Let me do something here very fast. I guess we gotta do it with the weekly chart, don't we? How does this extend further though? No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to actually do manuals in here. Okay, that'll work. Does that match up? I think 180 comes close to the 190. Okay, yeah, I would really see the 187, 190 mark. I would probably say I would actually peak above here, just like you see over here. Peaks above, and that's usually the end of the resistance. Broke down here, bounced off the 200 here. But you're not really looking at much else here. I guess since a strike would most likely be a more negative thing, really the only thing you can really look for here is like a big drop. You have some Fibonacci levels, but I'd really say just go back to that 200 daily, 200 weekly moving average. It's right down here around 167. I would trust that more than a lot of other things right now, especially because you're seeing UPS have a multiple breakout above both the 20 and the 50-week moving averages. You can see what this looked like here when I was trying to break above them over the past few weeks here. And have a golden cross here. Probably going to have a golden cross here. I would say you might expect if the negotiations go through, everything is fine, you might expect something of a $10 increase. If things start to get bad, yeah, it would be about I would say a $10 to $15 increase here. So 180, 160, yeah, about $10 to $15 on the downward side here. If it goes any lower, that's when you start getting things down here around 160 to 155. It might get down here, but usually in those circumstances, I'm already selling over here, and I'm not waiting for it to come down those extra few bucks just a little bit lower. Usually, if I'm looking at this and there is a bad thing happening here, which so far the chart doesn't look bad at all, you're almost kind of waiting to enter in somewhere over here over the next few days. And then as this news kind of gets closer and closer to the deadline, you're pretty much looking for a decent scale out level right over here at this old level of support, once resistance, around 173. Then the rest of it kind of around here, 166. I might move it up a little bit to 168. And then from there, maybe you leave the last 10 to 20%, depending on how aggressive you want to play this, and hope that it comes all the way down here to 160 so you can have that full $20 drop. But I don't really know if it would drop down so far so fast. That's my concern. Like, we have had some moves like this before. I don't exactly know what was happening here, but I guess it only happens EBS. I don't follow this stock too much. You can just see how we had a few rough days, so I guess it is possible. Part of me wants to say you could open up some puts or some shorts or whatever you're looking for here, but you start looking at the trend lines. The higher lows have been doing fine so far. We haven't had any issues. If you follow this, it might only come down to 172, not even into the 160s here. And there's no double top. We have the higher highs. It just kind of been skyrocketing. I don't know what the news has been about this, but it seems like everything's been going well for it so far to see the stock prices moving up so well and breaking through some of those monster levels of resistance. So yeah, I would expect some volatility, but maybe closer to the $10 to $15 range. 10 to 15 is where I'd probably stay at. And let me open this. Okay, there we go. And of course, you can see Bitcoin's beautiful 15-minute chart. Whales are having fun today. They are trying to break through that wall. And of course, it's very difficult. But hey, you can see there are clear buyers right here that are trying to break through that wall time and time again. I would hope that later on today, we could have a big breakout above 31,000 again. Not 32,000 because that's the really big level, but at least get back up there, get people excited because we are seeing everything like the NASDAQ and SPY, like I told you guys before, DOW, all looking to have those big breakouts. And hey, Ken, hey, Nicholas, hope you guys are doing well, my man, my guys. And hey, Wilder, rainbow fan thing looks cool. Rainbow fan thing looks cool. Rainbow fan. Oh yeah, that's called a GAN fan. Sorry. I thought I have my TV on and stuff, and I thought there was like a rainbow fan behind it. But yeah. It's called a GAN fan. I have a couple tutorials on how to use it if you want to. It's a very simple thing to add onto your charts. It's very fun to use. I enjoy it a lot. It does teach you guys a lot of information, and you're not going to be using it for specific buy and sell signals, but it is nice just to kind of have an idea of like, okay, there's this level of resistance. I'm going to see how it behaves. And you know, it's worth having a whole separate layout on TradingView. You guys know the layouts up here, like, you know, different layouts. It's worth having a layout dedicated to GAN fans and GAN boxes just so you can kind of do some long-term forecasting. You know, usually those people who like to trade and hold a short for like a month or two, they're going to be using some of those GAN fans and GAN boxes to say, hey, we're at a large level of resistance. Let's pull that sucker down, let's short. And then you're going to be waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks. A lot of times when I see this, some of my friends that aren't really doing crypto, if you guys want to use this more for the stock market, they like to do it specifically for oil prices of all things. It is pretty interesting because oil is more of a global market, so it does fluctuate a little bit. But a lot of times it does fit some of those things that you might not expect it to. All right, now Bitcoin is having a nice little run here. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. You can see Bitcoin really trying to grind. That is nice. Altcoins, remember guys, are not doing as hot. Go over here the last hour. You have a lot of red mixed in with that green. Can I go back over here? There you go. Is it? Okay, this is a chart. Oh, I gotta click on Bitcoin. There we go. This is all, let's go last 7 days. Oh, let's go 3 months. There you go. Bitcoin dominance has still been going up. It's kind of stagnated around 49-50% though. So maybe that gives us an opportunity to have altcoins have a big move, especially if Bitcoin does break out, everybody. Again, altcoins are definitely where you're going to put your money. And altcoins, depending on which one you're looking at, definitely are looking at some moving averages, the breakouts, and things of that nature. You are starting to see some oscillators for altcoins also leveling out, which I think is a good sign here. They're not necessarily turning bullish just like the MACDs and stuff, but they are leveling out. And leveling out does give you an opportunity to actually go into something a little bit nicer in the future, of course. But, you know, you're starting to see those signs. And hey, Clifford, my thoughts on Ethereum Classic and SHIB. For Ethereum Classic, I'm much more bullish on that than I am for SHIB personally. SHIB has come down so much. It has been a surprise that it's come all the way back down to the 2021 lows. For me right now, SHIB is something you don't necessarily trade. You plop some money into it and you just wait and wait and wait. As far as, what's the other one you talked about, Ethereum Classic? I personally like this a lot for day trading. As long as there's a breakout or a moving average or something, a clear level of resistance, it usually will break through that level of resistance. For Ethereum Classic though, and of course as soon as I go to the 1 minute chart on Bitcoin, you start to see a little bit of a minuscule dump. Let's go back to the weekly chart for this. Oh, we got closed off of it last week. Well, I was hoping we were still going to be inside the 20 here. But basically, we're against another moving average here on the weekly chart. That's the 20. And you can see right here on the daily, we're against a whole bunch of moving averages. Geez. One thing I would say is we did have a breakdown here. Let's go from here That's not the breakdown. The breakdown was right there. And we had a lot of other tokens do the same type of breakdown here as well. So now we've had our breakdown. We've come down a little bit. Now we're hitting the next level of support, and we're hoping we can hold this long enough to actually have somewhat of a return, a revamp, so to speak. For me, I might wait for it to come back down maybe towards 1820, 1830 before I try to buy into this. I'm a little bit skeptical of this right now just because it has had this really rapid move upwards. I would rather dollar cost average into this and hope for the best. This one, although I like it, maybe I'm just gonna be more greedy on it, and I really hope that it can come back down here to closer to the 50-day moving average. Then I can play the bounce. You can see if we go over here to the 4-hour, and this is it. No alarm here. No, maybe it was back on the daily. There you go. Yeah, we did have that MACD crossover here. Okay, and if you go over to the 4-hour chart, you can see the MACD crossover happening again. Maybe a little bit too much noise here, so you might have to adjust the MACD. But you are seeing it slowing down a little bit. But I haven't found anything that says, hey, this downward trend is over just yet. We're seeing a slowing down, but not that it's over. I hope that makes sense, because we already had the signals over here saying, hey, reversal. Hey, it's not going back up just yet. There was another one I wanted to do here as well. Nope, not that one. RSD, no RSI. And let's go back over here to the daily chart. There you go. You had that crossover here as well, where you had the RSI crossing below the moving average, and then that also is not a good sign because we haven't had it move back up just yet. Again, not the end of the world, nothing too crazy. We're not in oversold territory. We're not in overbought territory. It's just something we're like, I'm keeping an eye on it, but nothing is really yelling, wow, you should be buying this right now. I'm almost just waiting a little bit longer to see if I can get a good price in it. That's me. There are people that would be willing to buy it right now because you are at a small level of resistance, or some support right here. I am very frugal when it comes to this stuff. I'm usually overly cautious, so I might miss on this trade if I'm hoping that it comes back down to 1820, 1830. But that's my personal, way of trying to do this here. Yeah, I would say for me right now, I'm fine with it continuing to go up, but I kind of want to see if it comes back down before it makes that big jolt. Because I think it may even come down a little bit, even if Bitcoin itself is continuing to go stagnant here against this big level of resistance. All right. Let's get that out of the way. There you go. Go back to that 5-minute Bitcoin chart because the 1 minute was too depressing. See, and hey, Bideford, howdy. My views on Bitcoin. Right now, we're up against a massive level of resistance. I'm hoping we can break above 32,000 and hit about $34,000, $35,000. From there, we might be able to hit 40,000 before having a really big dump going into the fall here. That's my personal thoughts, but we're waiting to see what CPI data and stuff like that looks like. All right, here we go. Actually, let's get this out of the way. Let's go back over to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, there we go. And then Monica. Yeah, so I talked with Fairdesk about FTT, their token. They even sent me a shirt. They just sent me a shirt today, which was nice. So they still don't think the market is good enough for launching their token. I don't really agree with their viewpoint here, I guess you would say, Monica. But they want to open their coin up at like a really good point in the bull market. So all the coin does when it opens up is goes up and up and up and up and up, which is, I get it. But for me, that I usually like to pour lots of money into tokens where they're very stagnant and nobody's paying attention to them, but there's a good business model behind it. And then over time, you see that really big move. At this point, I have no idea when they're going to launch the token. I'm hoping it's sometime this year, but it may get pushed out to next year if we have a really bad event later on. Normally, when I go over here to Fairdesk and things like exchanges like this, I was working on my computer today and I had so many downloaded files that basically my computer was slowing down. So I deleted all of my cookies and stuff. So now I got to search everything, which can be pretty rough. When you don't, it doesn't autofill and then you just click on it. All right. Futures, history, FTT, identification, earn. There it is, FTT. So yeah, when I look at this, and what we're talking about here is the Fairdesk exchange. We're talking about their coin whenever it's coming out. But basically, you know, up to 30% saving APY, 50% FTT trade mining, yada, yada, yada. But they were supposed to have this thing out on Q4 of 2022. And I honestly think the FTX debacle, whatever, really just destroyed everything as far as the trust in the market, the trust in the system, excuse me, which is really, really rough. Now, I think it'll come out, right, because they're behind schedule right now. But I guess it's only when they feel the market is very, very, very hot. Because I like to use Fairdesk a lot, but I'm using it a lot for copy trading for you guys. Maybe every now and again I use the arena thing here, but I've been having just a little bit of fun with this thing. Like, let's see, what is this? A Bitcoin 1 minute chart. Bitcoin 1 minute. Kind of at a high point here, but let's just get a little bit more bullish. Let's say we're going to bet $1 that Bitcoin goes up. I don't know. And if we win, we get a 77 cents profit. It's not the, like, you know, it's a fun thing to do. I wouldn't really bet a lot of currency on this, so to speak. I've done it before where I was betting like $100, $50, and I made some good money doing it. But you're normally not doing it with this chart here. You're normally doing it with the trading view chart on the side, and that's usually the best way to do it. Right now, as soon as I said, let me go long here, went down. But of course, that's why I was talking about, we're kind of at a high point right here. But I'll live if I lose whatever it was, $1. No, yeah, $1. Dollar's not going to really hurt me all too much. But basically, you know, now I have like 43 seconds to see if this thing goes above the green. If it does, I make some money. If I don't make some money. I'll live. But yeah. And as far as copy trades, last few trades have been good. I have a trade open right now. That's where you're seeing the 88% going there. Whenever you have an open trade and it's negative, it'll take it out of that. And then once I make it, if it's good, it'll go back up to whatever it is currently, like 100% or something. But so far the trades have been doing pretty good. There's been a lot more longs lately, as you guys know, and a few shorts here and there. I'm liking. Got 30 followers now. You see, guys seem to be liking it quite a bit. I need to make more videos on copy trading, I think. Oh, this is Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter. But I need to make more videos about it, because every time I make a video, I feel like I left something out, and not because all of a sudden I remember it. It's because you guys ask a question, I'm like, oh, I probably should have put that in there. So I may have another one. I would say this month, maybe it's later on this week, I'm going to have a video saying the top 5 copy traders on Fairdesk. That'll be a video. Top 5 copy traders for BitGet, for those of you guys who like BitGet, who can trade BitGet. I can't trade it here in America. If there's other copy traders out there, I think, does KuCoin have copy traders? I always forget. Trading bot, margin trading convert. I think it's just trading bot. Futures brawl. No, they're just a trading bot. Yeah, okay. So I'll let you guys know when I put those videos out. I'll just post them out there for people to see. But there are a few different followers, I guess, trading people I think you guys would probably want to follow, or just know what they are, and they'll be for different exchanges. Now for BitGet, BitGet's a little bit more different because I can no longer access it here out in the United States of America. But is it going to kick me off yet? Okay. I think if you go over here to the front page, there we go. Trade us alongside the best. They got different traders over here. But basically, I could talk about, like, you know, who's doing well, who's not doing well, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be terrible here. This week has been pretty good. Let me go over here very fast and test something out. There we go. Okay. And hey, on time, SoFi. Let me check out SoFi. Don't talk about SoFi too much. Let's look at the weekly chart first. So it did have a breakout. It had a breakdown. It almost looks like it's we're seeing that consolidation before we have a big move up here, maybe towards $11 or so. Let me go over here to the daily chart though. Have we had the breakout yet? Looks like it's getting close. Close, not there yet. Close, not there yet. Okay, so took the time to break above the 20 today. Almost seeing a bottom. Okay, this might actually be kind of fun. So I think you're going to be looking for two specific things here, because since we already broke out above the 20-day moving average here, I think what you're really going to be looking for here is this bottom one, bottom two, and really looking to see if we can break above this neckline area. If that's the case, you can really be shooting for the moon here and going to at least $10.24. Doesn't sound like the moon, but it's pretty far from where it is now. And then maybe up here a little bit higher to $10, $11. One of the things I'm thinking about here is, can I move this over here very fast? This shouldn't be so much of an exaggeration if I put it from here to here. There shouldn't be like there's something really crazy. Okay, yeah. Okay. There we go. So drag this down here, maybe around 1060 all the way up here to 1133. I might wait until we break out above $9 because that's when we break out of this trend line here. And I think that would give us enough of a boost to actually break above this 938 level. And that would have a pretty day by day really strong move coming in for SoFi. If you're looking at options though, you're really going to have to start probably buying around $9 or $9.50. I'm not entirely sure what it is right now. The safest way to probably trade this at this point in time is to probably get $9 call options expiring in 2 to 3 weeks and then just holding and waiting to see what's going to happen. My only concern about this, again, is that we have the NASDAQ, the SPY, and the DOW all at these major levels of resistance. So if they start getting rejected this week and next week, you know, these calls are going to kind of go down. These calls are going to go down the drain really fast. So the prudent thing, I think, Island time would just be wait for that breakout. If you have the breakout, things are going to get a little bit easier. That way you're breaking the cycle of higher lows, lower highs, and then from there double bottom kicks in. You try to surge it all the way up here to 993, then all the way up here towards 1066, and if you really want to get a little bit more greedy, $11.33. For me, let's zoom out a little bit more here just so you can see. Again, if we have a breakout, that's not going to be a problem for us. That's not going to be a problem for us. Up here, 1064, that's a problem for us. But, you know, go back in time a little bit. Not really many problems because we've just come down so far. But again, 1033, 1064, that seems to be that zone where you're like, okay, I'm going to start selling off some options. But in reality, for me, as soon as you have a breakout, I might start selling around 10, then 1030, then 1060, and then 1090. If you want to really lock in the profits fast. If not, you can let it stay for a little bit longer. But it looks good. The momentum's there. You're seeing the breakout capability that can happen sometime over the next 2-3 days. I think if it is going to break out, it'll probably happen Wednesday, because I think CPI data comes out Wednesday, right? CPI data release date. Yeah, July 12th at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, so that's like 5:30 my time. But that's the 12th? Yeah, so that's going to be Wednesday. So I would expect to have that big move there, and that's what you're going to be looking to try to buy. Again, I don't know what the options are, but probably somewhere around $9 for those strike price. If you don't want to do options, $8 isn't too expensive, but you know, you're not going to be able to buy as much as you would as far as options. But sometimes it's better, especially if you lose the trade. There we go. Bitcoin's coming back down just a little bit more here. Short-term Bitcoin predictions? Yeah, so if you're looking at short-term Bitcoin predictions, let me show you something. Let's go to here, daily. Here, kind of around here. So we're kind of in this middle zone right now. As far as, you know, resistance and support. For me, I would expect to see much more volatility coming into Wednesday. So basically what I'm telling you is probably just for tomorrow. I most likely see somewhat of a small little pop before a larger drop. I'd probably have a short open right now more than a long. Just because we already did break down below the 20-day moving average. So that makes me a little bit more nervous. Come back over here to the 4-hour chart. You can see the 20 is down below. We tried to have a big move. We got knocked back down pretty hard. And let me see if I can go back over here again. I don't have all my oscillators and stuff on this screen. Maybe I can just go to the invite onlys and just get a market oracle multi-trend prime oscillator. Oscillator is always nice. There we go. Kind of getting a little bit more into oversold territory right here. I'd probably say coming back down is my personal preference. Wednesday is really that big day for me. But if I was to expect like what's going to happen tomorrow, I'd expect it to try to come back down just a little bit. And you can also see over the next few days, Bitcoin has to make a move up before we start running into this 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour charts are usually my bread and butter when I do day trading. Because it's like, okay, what's happening for the next day or so? I usually look at the 4-hour chart. If I'm looking at what's going to happen over the next few days or the next month or so, usually that's going to end up coming out with the daily chart or the weekly charts, of course. But right now, I'm a little bit more bearish just because we're still at a major level of resistance. I have no idea if we're going to break out of it. I hope we do, but everything's at resistance levels, and usually I'm not one to buy until the breakout occurs. So short. Teeny trades though. Like I'm not shorting because I think Bitcoin's coming all the way back down here to 27,000 or something. I'm shorting because I think Bitcoin can come back down here to 30,000 or 30,100. That's the type of shorting I'd be doing at this point in time. Nothing to be like, multi-$1,000 drops or something like that. And hey, Rodriguez, you're really looking for, everything really revolves around the CPI report, but right now Microsoft has been going up a little bit too hot. It's still bullish, I guess you could say, but it's steaming right now. I would personally wait for the confirmation to happen when you get the NASDAQ breaking above its level of resistance. That'd make me feel so much better for holding anything like a Microsoft and Nvidia, something that's really been running up over the past few weeks. But I would say most likely it has a good chance of going up here. That's it. But that could be this week or next week. We're just waiting for that breakout. Hopefully CPI can really give us a big move here. And hey, Walter, I think Matic is more of a news story right now, not so much of a technical story. I think if I go over here to Matic, Matic has a new CEO. President Ryan Watt steps down. Polygon Matic, new CEO, potential game changer. Yeah, CFO. Yeah, so no CEO. Yeah, so new management, big pop up of management. It looks like. Now, Ken, as far as STMX, let me find it over here very fast. So this is one of those things where it found a bottom. It's having a breakout moment and looks pretty good. Very far away from any type of support level here, though, as far as trend line. Just keep that in mind. Nothing bad, nothing crazy. But, keep that in mind here. On the other hand, I was hoping we might have a little bit more something over here to kind of anchor us down, but we don't really have that. But basically, yeah. This thing is hitting that level of resistance right now, kind of around 0.004417, the level it is now. After this, I think we'd actually skip this 0.004705 and we come all the way up here to 0.0049. That'd be a really nice solid move. If I get rid of all this other stuff here, because you can see that the thing we've been watching for the longest time on this is, let's go weekly chart. Has been this crazy long downtrend. Crazy long downtrend. If we can just break above that, STMX is going to go sky high. For me, personally, yeah, I'd really like to see if I can get it and sell it somewhere over here. 0.005365. I think that'd be a good level. You've already had a pretty significant move here. What has the move been since the bottom from a few weeks ago? It's up gone at 47%. If it goes back up here, it's more around 73%. If we get a nice breakout right here, that's where it comes back up to 0.007, 0.008. That's if you want to hold for a few more months, though. So keep that in mind. But right now, looks fine. Let's go over here to the 4-hour chart and check it out, because we are having another big move. Yeah, we're just hitting that level of resistance that kind of extends all the way over here. Anything bad? No, we had all the golden crosses. Everything looks nice. Daily chart having a golden cross now. I might spend 2-3 days trying to buy into it just in case it comes back down. A little bit of a hook and go. But I like where it's at right now. It definitely has some momentum. I don't know if I'd be buying it now, though. I know you have some just like I do. But I don't know if I'd be buying it now. I might just be holding what I have already. And that's, what we both already bought in this a little bit. If it comes back down a little bit more to like this support level right here, that's where I'd make the play here to have a buy opportunity here. This thing has been known to go parabolic within a day. Of course, it can make some really good money for you. Stop losses though. Stop losses are going to be very, very useful here. And here's Bitcoin. There you go again. There you go. And coming back down just a little bit. Hey Monica, as far as a pre-sale, I think I can get you guys a pre-sale when it comes to Fairdesk. I do think I can do that. What Fairdesk wants though is Fairdesk wants me to get you guys to do more competitions and stuff. I don't know if it still has I still have access to the competition. Hold on a second here, guys. So if I go over here and no, this is not what I need to do. I need to go over here to YouTube. I don't know if I have the right account up. Let me see. Crypto update, big move incoming. SRV. Oh, that was 5 days ago. Yeah, we did have that move. Oh, there was no description in it. Oh, I did it on my sofa. Joining a debt. Oh man. Let's see. If I go over here to this left for Fairdesk, I'm already logged in, so it doesn't work. Okay, hold on a second here. Incognito window. Go to website. 100,000 deposit reward. No, so okay. So basically, what Fairdesk wants is for me to start promoting their trading competitions more, and it's basically what these trading competitions are. Is they're only for you guys that watch my stream. So if you guys are on Fairdesk and you guys have the opportunity to join a contest, basically you'll be one of maybe 25 to 35 people that join the contest, and if you guys win the contest by having the most trading, like you guys make the most money while trading, basically you guys get like a $200, $300, $400, something like that, which is kind of nice. They set it up for me, but I haven't done a really good job of promoting it. Let me see if I can go over to my Telegram very fast, and let me see if I can just find the link and see if it's still active. Oh geez, I forgot I reset everything on my computer here. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Okay. Let me see if this is the right one. Paste. Yeah, so trading contest, right? So nobody's doing this trading contest right now. Winner top 3 participants. Reward pool is $1,000 bonus. First place gets a $500 bonus. Second place gets a $300 bonus, and third place gets a $200. I need to like promote this, but if you guys are interested in it, here it is. You guys don't have to make another account, I don't think, if you guys already have one. But yeah, if you want, I think you just hit participate and it shows up. Oh yeah, and I'm not a referral, obviously, because it's my account. But like if there's only one person that trades in this, I'm pretty sure you get the money. But you got to trade. So you got to trade, and you have to. It's from 6:30 to 7:14. So you have 4 more days. Just make a couple trades. That's it. And I can always try to have them do another one here. But basically, if you guys trade, you guys can get bonus. Now, this does not mean, just to be clear, $500 bonus doesn't mean you just get to take it into your wallet and whatnot. Basically, that $500 is like free play cash at a casino is the best way I've learned how to describe it. So it pays for all of your fees when you're trading, so that it goes down. The bonus goes down slowly as you trade. And then if you make any profits while trading, the profits get deducted from the bonus. Therefore, over time, you can take it out. I think when I do it, a lot of times my bonus is a certain amount, my trading volume is a certain amount. But yeah, I think it's worth it to try to play if you want to. But they're looking for that type of activity for whatever you want to call it, pre-sale and things of that nature. But I'm hoping I can just get them access to it, because I know a lot of people have wanted to buy Fairdesk token before it actually, goes live. Perhaps sometime later on this year, perhaps sometime early next year. And hey, Walter, no worries. I'm going to make some more videos about copy trading, because it is such a crazy little world here, because you have, go back over here to Fairdesk very fast. You have people like Sagar, like, I like Sagar. His trading style actually works very well for him, but it is not a copy trading strategy. I don't think at all. Expert student class is somebody I would highly recommend. Highly recommend. I would say he's even better than I am. And if I go over here and look at Sagar, I'm guessing since Sagar is the guy who's at the top or he's at the bottom based off of some like wild trades that he's done. So if you guys ever feel like you want to YOLO and you just want to toss some money in here and see where it goes, with a low leverage and a low amount of money invested, this is something that he could turn it into a lot of money over time. But if you have a high leverage and a high amount, it's probably not going to work out so well. So just understand that. Here it is, Saga. Yeah. So he has a 74% completion rate or win rate. But basically he hasn't. Let's see. This trade's from yesterday, today a little bit here. Let's see if I can go down a little bit. So you can see how he has a bunch of green trades right here. Green, 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 right? Then every now and again you get this blood red. So you can see his average profit is like 45, 30, 45, 50, 50, something like that. So, you know, 40s are usually his profits on 40s, 50s. Well, when he loses, it's 500 loss, 200 loss, 100 loss, 200 loss, 90, 300, 92, 100, 200, 95, right? You know, it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, because he doubles down. And it goes on until you get some of these, okay? Now, there are all different types of traders, but what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to talk about all the copy traders in here, like, you know, the top 3, the top 4. For this purpose, I'm going to exclude myself from these videos, to be honest. I don't want to make it seem like I'm being biased and saying I'm like the best trader on here. I won't even consider myself as part of the traders that I'm looking at, okay? But then you got BitGet. I'll be looking at BitGet traders for their video. I'll be looking at other exchanges here pretty soon. A new sponsor of the channel is L-Bank, by the way. They're another exchange, and there we go. They're basically much more of a simpler exchange, like some of the ones we deal with here. They're not like they don't have so many bells and whistles like KuCoin. But, you know, they have derivatives, earn, bonus center, trade, you know, markets, buy crypto, something like this. This is something that I thought was pretty interesting here. Oh, you got to log in for it. So L-Bank is one of the ones that they're allowing you to buy crypto with credit cards and debit cards and things like that. I got to do some more research to figure out exactly how to do it with a bank, but it seems like they're really trying to make it easy, very easy for people to move money from their bank or their cards over to the exchange, which I think a lot of people would like. And I think that's one of the reasons that you don't see as many people in the crypto world these days, is because, not these days, but like, it's always been kind of hard to convince people, hey, you got to move your money over to a wallet. Yeah, you know, people get a little bit scared about that stuff. So I kind of like the way they're doing this. And you could follow them on Twitter here. If I can go over here, they have a bunch of Twitter pages, but you know, they're followed by 541,000 people. They are very, they're a pretty large exchange here. They reached out a few days ago, or excuse me, a few weeks ago here, and I've been kind of slow talking with them to kind of figure out what the type of exchange they are. Because even if they have a lot of subscribers and stuff, you just never know. You got to do a bit of research here. You know, but now they got Pepe Inu, deposit competition, you know, so they usually take a while to vet coins before popping them on, which I kind of like. It means they maybe don't get on the craze train, but, you know, at least, you know, by the time it happens, you're okay. But yeah, so I'll be talking about that stuff here pretty soon, later on as well. But if they ever do have like an earn or whatever you want to call it here, what is it called? Oh, copy trading. I'll be doing videos on them. And they even have this thing over here called ETFs. This is something I find to be interesting here as well. So you got the different types of ETFs. I'm not logged in here, so it's not going to show me everything, I don't think. Oh, it's not going to do it. Yeah, it's not going to do it. But basically, I got to log in here. But there's lots of opportunities here is what I think is pretty cool. And that way you guys can make some solid money if you guys want to while trading on different exchanges. I like to keep big diversified, but that's me. I'm paranoid about this type of stuff because ever since last year, I was so shocked because I heard that BitBoy lost millions of dollars in the Celsius drop, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if he can lose millions, I can lose thousands. But yeah, so there's lots of other stuff out there, and I'll be making videos about all of it because some of you guys have been asking me versus like KuCoin bot trading, how good is it really? Maybe I'll toss $100 in them just to see what happens after a month and keep you guys updated. Yeah, maybe every Sunday or something like that. I've been kind of wanting to do some of those. I'm still teaching my sister how to get started with some of the day-to-day work I have for her. Like not day-to-day, but like, you know, every few days work that I have for her with her. So my time's been kind of getting pinched with that, and as well as all these crypto events I'm going to. I'm already scheduled to go to another crypto event, I think in August. Is it August? Let me go over here to Web Telegram very fast. Telegram. Here it is. Yeah, there's an AI summit thing happening. 8/16, so it's August. AI Society. This is something on Thursday. I don't think I'd probably go to something called the AI Society, but it looks pretty cool. Anything else here that I might want to know? NFT Mint. No, okay. This is something else. I was in an event here the other day. Yeah, they got this tech one coming up too. I don't even know when the heck this is. I don't even know. Here was the Ethereum Seattle one. OKX was there. That was pretty cool. Toga parties. I don't think I've ever been to a Toga party. Founders Live. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of random stuff here. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the one I'm going to on the 31st. Yeah. This one's gonna be interesting. So I've already registered for this, but this is a Madrona kickoff bash. It's just at a local bar. But guys, this is Madrona. Madrona is they're big venture capital fund. Madrona Venture Capital Group. Yeah, they're a pretty big one. They got a lot of money. A lot of money. If I actually go over here, maybe it's Wikipedia. Yeah, Madrona Venture Group is an American venture capital firm founded in 1995 and based in Seattle, Washington. Madrona specializes in seed, startup, Series A, and early stage investments. So yeah, very, very good at what they do. Very, very good at what they do. But yeah, so I like to go to a lot of the events they do. I used to go to a lot of the events that Silicon Valley Bank used to throw as well for crypto events, blockchain events, Web3 type of things. But yeah, so there's limited reservations, so I made sure to get one fast because when you have access to venture capitalists, your mind gets blown of all they'll tell you exactly where the money's going. So you can see exactly in real time where all the venture capital is going. So you can see, oh, what do the hedge funds and what do the rich people in America think? Where do they think basically the money is flowing? Or what do they think? What sectors do they think are going to make them the most money if they hold it for a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? And no surprise right now, it happens to be with AI. Seems to be that bad boy here, right? But it's going to be at this event. I don't even know what the event's. Oh, Sam's Tavern. Never been here before, but it seems interesting. I was just over here the other day at Art Marble. Oh, here it is, Sam's Tavern. How do you get the layers? Ooh, this tavern looks pretty cool, I think, maybe. What's the tavern look like? Oh yeah, this is a simple taverny place. Got your stools. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of crypto nerds in here chilling out and drinking beer. Maybe get some PBR. Oh, Jack Daniels. Ooh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Okay, this is a pretty chill place. I'm not used to going to places like this in Seattle at all. Like you can see work boots in there. This is a nice blue collar place. Normally when I go out, my friends choose, so I'm really going into places like where did I walk to the other day? So I was here, I parked my car here, I walked across the street, I walked over here, I walked over here. Was it this place? Did I walk again? It's a place called The Collective, right? The Collective. Oh, okay. See, I was pretty close. I was pretty close. The place I went to is... Oh. That's The Collective. I don't know. Collective Road. Yeah, this is The Collective right in here. So, oh, they have a little screen behind it. Okay. It's a pretty little classy place in there. I think if a lot of you guys came to Seattle, you guys like the collective a lot. Yeah, it looks like this. Little classy, little nice, horrible bartenders, but it's okay. I will never sit in one of those. I'm too scared to, but it's a pretty chill environment. Basically, the Seattle elite like to eat here and drink here and have some fun. Meanwhile, I enjoy my free drinks and just walking around the city. But they're, nice places. They have local DJs and stuff like that. I think it's the DJs that I actually like. It's the DJs. It's the DJs that I like. I like having some like pumping music where like sometimes you just can't hear people. I think Sam's Tavern, although I haven't been to it before, it seems like much more like a bar slash Applebee's. And I like Applebee's, but Applebee's is more of a family thing, not a party thing for me. And here's the art marble place. This is where Ethereum thing was located. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was a good place. Pool tables for fun, whole bunch of stuff in there, lots of parties going on. Poker stuff. I don't know. Not what you would think of an Ethereum conference being, but I think Seattle is very laid back when it comes to it. For those of you guys that watched me stream here on Saturday, basically I was just walking in a loop around this area, this area, this area, and you can see the little boats here on the harbor here. But it was fun just kind of walk around and talk with you guys. And then, I got that mango drink or whatever it was. It was pretty tasty. Can I do a video on structural saving? Yeah, Monica, do me a favor and message me that on Discord and just say, hey, Michael, remember how you told me to do a video on structural saving? That way I can plug it into my calendar and poke out a video for you. Because sorry, guys, I've had a long day and just a long week. That doesn't seem to... let me catch my tongue here for a second. That doesn't seem like something that's only going to take 5 minutes to explain. I'd probably want to turn that into something more of a 15 to 25 minute video that kind of goes over different steps and different options that you're going to have for different ways to save your money in a structural fashion. But yeah, send me a Discord message. I got you. I have been able to check some of my Discord messages in a few days too, because I've been getting spam like crazy by people. I don't know where they come from. I think it's some from my Discord, some from Tom's Discord, and then some from some AI Discords. I've just been getting slammed, and like all the messages of the people I normally talk to have been just getting like pushed down further and further and further. And it's been like really, really annoying. See. And hey, B Supreme, Starbucks has been having some issues, and I think they're probably going to close more stores here over the next few months. They're probably going to target the union stores, though. They've been kind of in this weird lingo where they're kind of targeting unions, but they're doing it in just a way where maybe they might not get caught, but maybe they will get caught. Think of a Deflategate. It's that gray area, but yeah, they're probably going down a little bit more. And do I think Workhorse will go over $1? Possibly during a squeeze, but I haven't been able to check that one out for a while, Blackfire. What do you think of EGLD 66 LG is stacking can be explosive for the next bull run? Usually for those, and that includes like everything in that realm there, usually the safest thing you can do is do just dollar cost averages. I have heard, little grapevine whispers through some friends and the hedge funds and stuff, that every now and again somebody buys up a longer term call option on it, where it's like a year out, but something really like crazy stupid, so that when it eventually does spike up, you're looking at a bunch of money. But until then, you're seeing your premium get drained day by day because of the theta being taken away by the time decay. Excuse me. For me, honestly, I would rather just dollar cost average into it and own the actual share, and not so much really rely on options, but to each their own, right? So hedge fund guys have a whole different job than I do. The heck is that? Is that a bug? Oh, sorry guys, I got a bug. I had my window open today. Let me see this. What is this? This is it's paperwork for something. I think, okay. Hold on a second, guys. Got it. Whatever it was. It looked like a moth of some type, a little teeny moth, but we're good. We're good. Hi, Michael. Bitcoin doing a cup and handle, but in a weird shape. Just a question. I'm going to say no, because the shape is just a tad too weird, but I did have that exact same thought myself. I think what's going on right now is it was trying to do some type of pattern, but whales came in here on both sides and really tried to pop us up and then crush us back down. And meanwhile, we're just waiting for CPI data to come out Wednesday, and then that's really where the bulls are just going to charge ahead, or the bears are going to charge ahead, and there's going to be a clear winner and a clear loser, and that clear winner or clear loser is going to dominate the Bitcoin markets for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would say, kind of pretty much for the month of July here. And I want to make sure you guys are prepped because do I have a calendar on here? Thank you, David, for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. Where's my calendar at? Oh, there it is. It just doesn't look like a calendar. Okay. So, later on, okay. So later on this this month, from the 23rd, the 24th, and 25th, I'm going to be in Las Vegas. So there's going to be some stuff I missed and where I can't stream because this trip is 100%. Oh, I got to get rid of that reservation, don't I? Actually, let me get rid of that one right here. But basically, I'm going to be with my mother in Vegas, and this trip is all about my mother. Like we're doing whatever my mom wants, so I really won't have too much time to stream. My mom actually wants me to bring a laptop or something so I can stream for you guys, but I told her this is about her because, you know, I can stream with you guys all the time. But basically, I'm going to be busy for like 3 days straight and be exhausted on the 26th when I come back. So probably going to do a stream, but no real like YouTube work. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be making a bunch of videos that I can start posting, you know, every other day. So while I'm gone, you still have some content, and maybe, just maybe, I'll probably look at Bitcoin if there's some big move in this time frame here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be doing a video of my recording myself like this. Hey everybody, you know, here just quick update of what's going on. It'll be a quick YouTube short saying, hey, here's what's going on with the market. I'm looking at this, and you know, here's what you guys should be looking for as well, and that'll be it. It won't be any type of in-depth technical analysis. I'm sure you guys can find another person on YouTube or Discord or Twitter kind of give a little bit of advice for you guys, and you can try to figure out if somebody has like your style of trading involved. But yeah, so I will be at the ARIA for a few days here, so just bear with me during that. But until then, really, I'm expecting some more volatility here just because of CPI data. I'm really hoping we can have that breakout and go past 32,000. Then we go 33, 34, 35. It'd be really nice to have that. All right. But okay, everybody, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave you guys alone now. I'm about to go upstairs and cook some dinner for my mother. Actually, her and my sister are visiting tonight, and I told them I'd actually make them some dinner. I went to dinner last night without them. I went with a friend, and my mom got all pouty about it because she had been wanting to go to this Italian restaurant for a while, and I was going with my friend. So I took my friend out to the restaurant. I bought him his dinner. He was very nice. He's a very nice guy. He's coming out with me to Vegas in December, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. But basically I had some veal shank last night, and she really wanted to try the veal shank, so I'm making her dinner tonight. Not veal shank, but steak, which is always pretty good. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Have a great rest of your night, and make sure to go look at my post from earlier today and answer the questions if you guys can do that. And I'll let you guys know about the best copy traders to follow and things like that. Appreciate it, everybody.